Hey there, this is Chris and I do layman tech reviews on gadgets, especially cameras and its accessories. Today I would like to talk about vintage type picture profiles. So I've gone down a rabbit hole of getting very old cameras, or digicams as they call it, because that's the trend these days. And the purpose and really the real use case for having digicams is because they are better as modern day cameras at simulating the analog or the film look or the filmic look. Now I've recently got a camera. This is the Canon G1X Mark III. Yeah, I got that right. G1X Mark III. And this is a pretty modern camera with a CMOS sensor, not the usual CCD sensor, which is really the one that you're going to want if you really want to go for that analog look. But I recently found out that even with the CMOS sensor, especially on the Fuji films, you can have film simulations which can really simulate the look of film. But for the Canon, there is something called picture style. Now picture style is like picture profiles on the Sony's or the film simulations on the Fuji. And picture profiles allows you to modify how the JPEG would be rendered in camera. And I was just doing YouTube searches and I found this person who is giving away free picture profiles. Sorry, not picture profiles, picture styles as they call it in Canon, for free that can emulate the film look. And I tried it during a recent trip with my family, and I must say it's pretty good, pretty nice. Now I'll link the description and YouTube channel from this guy called, forgot his name, but I'll link it down below. Credits to him. Now the one thing that is missing, or rather even after you download the picture styles, you need to find out how to install it in your camera, right? If you have more modern cameras like Canon M50, Canon M50 Mark II, Canon M6, no problem. I think you have that Canon, is it called the Canon Connect? Yeah, whatever it is called. And it's a software that sits on your Mac or your Windows that can allow you to install picture styles. But for the Canon G1X Mark III, there are really very few instructions out there. So for today, I'm just going to show you how you can do it using your Mac. Alright, let's show you my desktop. So for Canon M50 and some of the more modern DSLRs, you would have something called Canon, what is it called? Utility, yes, EOS Utility 3. So you would use EOS Utility 3 or 1 or 2, depending on the model that you have. For the EOS M50, I believe I'm using the EOS Utility 3. But for Canon G1X Mark III, you don't use either of these. I think you would need to use, let me see. Yes, I found it. So you would use something called picture style registration tool. There you go. Use this. So you turn on your camera, connect your camera USB port to your computer, and then the Canon G1X Mark III would appear here. Then you do registration of that picture style, and then you put in the PFX files that you download from Thomas Frankson's website, and then off you go. Pretty easy. And once you have it, you can go to your Canon. This one has a problem. I have to set the time every time I change the battery. It's annoying like hell. But it only happens if you were to swap out the batteries. So it's not too bad. I've heard of some other Canons that you will need to set the time every time you turn it on. So that's even worse. Okay, so now if you were to go to picture profiles, you would have it registered as 1, 2, or 3. For this one, I'm using the Flumic Vase by Thomas Frankson. And let's see some pictures. Till then, take care and God bless.